Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to run an experiment. So rotation just happened, and one of my favorite decks from the previous rotation was Simic Cookies. So I wanted to see if Simic Cookies survived the rotation with enough pieces intact to make it still a decent deck, and two, to see if Edge of Eternities brought anything good to the table. So let's take a look at what we have here. So what we're running here is we're running 3 Into the Flood Maw for a little bit of interaction. We're running 4 Spyglass Siren to make a map token on turn 1. We're running new card Synthesizer Labship. Now this card's pretty cool, because if you crew it at only 2 power, it gains the ability to make your artifacts into 2/2 flying attackers until end of turn, which pairs really well with the Spyglass Siren, because you animate map tokens and just start swinging with them. It's pretty good. The the 9+ crewing of it almost never is relevant. Sometimes you see it happen, but in most cases we're just using it for the ability to animate tokens. So that's why the Synthesizer Labship is in the deck. Next up we have 4 copies of Edge Rover, another new card from Edge of Eternities. It's a 2/2 reach for only a single green mana, and when the creature dies, both players create a lander token, which is an artifact that you can sacrifice to go get land out of your deck. However, most of the time we're not going to be sacrificing our tokens. This is just a way to, one, have an artifact to utilize for cards like Zoetic Glyph and Synthesizer Labship that also leaves behind something for us to animate as well. So that's why we're running 4 copies of Edge Rover in this deck. Next up we run 2 copies of Snakeskin Veil, just to have a little bit of protection, because we don't have a whole lot of interaction in this deck, so we really need to protect our investments whenever we can. Next up, another new card. This is Consult the Star Charts. Quite possibly one of the best draw spells I've seen in at least a couple of years. It's for 1 blue and 1 colorless with a kicker cost of 1 blue and 1 colorless. You get to look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of lands you control. Put 1 of those cards into your hand. If the spell was kicked, put 2 of those cards into your hand instead, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order, or in a random order. So that's just a really awesome card, because if you pay the full cost of 4 mana, and let's say you have like 5 or 6 lands on the table, you get to look at that many cards and choose the best 2. So like whatever you need at the time. Do you need a counterspell? Do you need a Snakeskin Veil for protection? Do you need a Frenzied Baloth for some extra haste action? Do you need Into the Flood Maw to bounce something pesky on the opposite side of the board? This is a really good way to just get whatever you need right now. It's a pretty cool card. I like it a lot. Next up, we're running another new card. This is Divert Disaster. Now, this is another one of those generic counter-target spell unless they pay 2 mana kind of cards, but this one has a twist. If the opponent happens to pay the mana to keep the spell, we get to create a lander token. So that's another artifact that we can quite possibly animate with Synthesizer Labship. Pretty cool card. Now, we have 4 copies of Tough Cookie. This card's in here because it animates all of our tokens. It's a 2/2 for 2 mana. When it comes in, it creates a food token. You can pay 3 mana to animate a food token into a 4/4 beater, or you can sacrifice the cookie itself to gain some life. It's a pretty win-win-win kind of card. I like it a lot in this deck. Next up, we have another new card. This is Frenzied Baloth. For only 2 green mana, you get a 3/2 beast that can't be countered, gives your other creature spells can't be countered, trample, haste, and combat damage can't be prevented. For only 2 green mana, you get all of that action. This is just an absurdly pushed card, and honestly was the reason why I wanted to put this deck together, because it's just so damn good. I love this card and I love playing it. I'm never upset when I draw this card. Next up we have 3 copies of the Zoetic Glyph, a really awesome card, and honestly a real beater in this deck, because we're dropping so many tokens that are just waiting to be animated by either the Synthesizer Labship, the Tough Cookie, or Zoetic Glyph. A really awesome card. 2 and a colorless, enchant artifact. Artifact becomes a 5/4 beater, and then if the creature leaves the battlefield, or if this aura is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you discover 3, which is awesome because everything in the deck costs 3 or less, so you just cascade into something better. And lastly, we have Sentinel of the Nameless City. 2 colorless and a green for a 3/4 with Vigilance. When this creature enters or attacks, create a map token. Fantastic card. So you can see the theme here. It's put dudes on the table that happen to also bring tokens with them to be animated. It's a very straightforward deck with just enough interaction to keep it competitive. In the land section, we're running 6 forests, 4 Botanical Sanctum, 4 breeding pools, that is our new blue and green shockland, 2 Restless Vinestalk, 4 Willowrush Verge, and 4 Fabled Passage. So with this deck, there's only 2 lands that come and tap no matter what. Everything else has untap clauses, like with the breeding pool, you can pay 2 life to put it into play untapped. Botanical Sanctum, if it's one of the first 3 lands you play of the game, it comes in untapped. And the Fabled Passage will search out a forest out of your deck and put it into play untapped if it's the 4th or later land that you play. So honestly, the deck, I think, works pretty well. I've been playing a lot of it earlier today, and it's been putting up some pretty good win rates. So I'd like to show you a few games, and then you can decide for yourself whether or not you want to try this deck out. So let's go play. Okay, so we are with our first opponent of the day. We have 3 lands, both of our colors: Into the Flood Maw, Spyglass Siren, Snakeskin Veil, and Sentinel of the Nameless City. Let's see if we can win this game. Alright, first turn, I'm going to put the Willowrush Verge down to play Spyglass Siren. We don't have anything to play on turn 2 just yet, so we might put the breeding pool in tapped. No, we're going to pay the 2, because now we have a Synthesizer Labship. So let's go ahead and play the Synthesizer. Put it in, and then we will attack for 1. End turn. Now, this next turn, we can play Sentinel of the Nameless City, and we can tap it immediately to activate the Synthesizer Labship. Alright, my turn. Ooh, well, almost. We unfortunately did not draw a appropriate land, so we have to just sit. And it is not good. It really disrupts our tempo. Dark Confidant, huh? Okay, that's fine. Alright, end turn. I'm just gonna bounce that back to your hand. Go ahead and skip your turn for you. Okay, let's go get a forest. Alright, our turn. Okay, let's go ahead and play the Sentinel. That comes in, makes note of the map token. We will crew up so that this can become a creature until in a turn. And attack for 2. Okay, Pixie comes in, they're going to bounce the Tithing, play the Tithing again, and Sentinel goes bye-bye. That's fine. Okay. Ooh, okay. Here's something fun. So let's go. Frenzied Baloth. Spyglass Siren. And go next. Animate that. Attack with those. Okay. Pixie goes bye-bye, they take some damage. And might as well tap that for an extra crew counter. Okay, they play a Soulstone Sanctuary and a Grim Bauble to get rid of the Spyglass Siren. Maybe... oh, no, they're going to play a Case of the Stashed Skeleton. I was expecting them to play Bob again. Alright, let's bring that in. Bring that in. Let's go ahead and crew. Might as well while we're here. Attack for 2. Put an 11. Here's something cool that they can do with the case of the Stash Skeleton, is if they have another Pixie in hand, or a Sunpearl Kirin, they can bounce the skeleton. Oh, no, they just want to bounce the Tithing Blade again. Okay. There you go. Alright, take 2 damage. Alright, well, let's go Frenzied Baloth. And you know what, we might as well try to explore a little bit. Okay, they give me land. Alright, Breeding Pool, pay 2 life, do it again. It's another land. Alright, that's fine. Alright, let's see here. Well, let's go ahead and actually crew up with the Frenzied Baloth. Go next, animate that, and attack. Okay, they're gonna block that. Take 2, go to 8. And I will hold my mana open for Snakeskin Veil. Unless they just Tithing Blade again. Of course, yeah, they're gonna Tithing Blade again. That's fine. The Frenzied Baloth can go. The Synthesizer Labship is more important. Yeah, it comes in. Resolve. And be gone. Okay. I'll take the damage. Yeah, that's no big deal. Well, a good block anyways, because it has Menace. Alright, my turn. Ooh, consult the star charts. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Botanical Sanctum. Make that into a dude. Then attack. Probably block the Synthesizer Labship. Well, that's what I would do. There you go. Okay. Then you go to 5. So that's going to be a pretty good consult the star charts. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what would happen. So you just bounce the Tithing Blade again. It's fine. Go for it. Okay. I'll lose my last creature. You want to attack? Go for it. Alright, and a turn. Let's kick it. Find 2 relevant cards. We'll take the Bailiff, and we'll take another Consult, honestly. Edge Rover. Okay. Well, let's start just piling creatures out there. And let's give that a +1 if possible. That's a good +1. Attack for 4. Okay. There you go. That is game. Wow, they recycled that Tithing Blade, I think like 4 separate times. Let's take a look at the battlefield here. So they had Sunpearl Kirin, Nurturing Pixie, Sunpearl, and Nurturing Pixie, and they just bounced that same Tithing Blade 4 times. That is insane. Good game. Okay, opponent goes first. We have 3 lands, both of our colors, of course. Into the Flood Maw, Edge Rover, Frenzied Baloth, and Tough Cookie. That's a very good hand. I'm going to keep it. Okay, they open with the plains. I will open with... I want green mana, so we're going to have to open with this forest. Play the Edge Rover. I really like the Edge Rover for this deck. It being an artifact and leaving behind an artifact if it dies, really, really solid card. Ooh, Voice of Victory, huh? Alright, let's go ahead and play the Willowrush, and then we'll play Frenzied Baloth, and we will attack with both. Okay, we're going to block there, take some damage. Enduring Innocence, huh? Okay. Alright, they're going to attack. It's going to make some tokens, they're going to draw a card. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm going to play this Willowrush. And I'm going to play Tough Cookie. And then I'm going to play Into the Flood Maw, because I'm not going to be able to do this on their turn, so we might as well put this back in their hand. And then we will attack. Okay. Same thing as last turn. Yeah, you attack for 3. Draw a card. Oh, I can block this time, so I'll block and kill that. Alright. My turn. Let's go and play the Fabled Passage. We're going to crack it. Use that to go get a forest. Now, we are going to Flood Maw. This again. Then, we're going to use this ability to activate and animate that. And we're going to crash in for a lot of damage. Okay, they smite the Rover. Alright, they go to 3 health. Do they play the Enduring Innocence again? No, they play Banishing Light. Okay. Baloth, you got it, champ. And they chose not to attack this time. Very cool. I appreciate that. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cast Into the Flood Maw. Get rid of your last creature. Then, we're going to animate. Do you have anything to do? Okay, we're going to destroy the creature. And now you're going to take 2. Go to 1 health. Good thing is now they can't animate the Fountain Port. Okay, we're going to play both their creatures. Okay, Synthesizer Labship, very nice. So here's what we're going to do, is we're going to play the Synthesizer Labship. Then we're going to play the Edge Rover. Now we're going to screw up using the Edge Rover. Go to combat. Give the Tough Cookie flying, and win the game. GG. Okay, opponent goes first. We have a Divert Disaster, Zoetic Glyph, Frenzied Baloth, and Sentinel Nameless City. I think we're going to have to mulligan this, just because we don't have the blue. Actually, now that I think about it, we might not need to mulligan this. Because, like, this is a card that's not going to be cast until turn 3 at the earliest. And that's a card that we won't really even need to worry about in the early game too much. So, I say let's keep it and see what happens. Okay, they took a mulligan. They go Swamp into Duress. No, Greedy Freebooter. Oh, we got the Willowrush Verge anyways. That's fine. Right, Forest. Okay, Swamp. Get your free attack in. Alright, take that damage. Into a Dark Confidant. We got a Bob. Alright, let's go Willowrush. Play a Frenzied Baloth. And attack for 3. Do they block with Bob? They do not. Alright, and they drew a card that costs 2 mana. They drew another Dark Confidant. Play it. I fucking dare you. I dare you play it. Nah, they're probably just going to play a removal spell. Alright, swing in. Corrupted Conviction. Okay. I'm going to sacrifice that. Oh, they're short on mana. That's what's going on here. There's your other Swamp. Good. Play the other Bob. No, they play a Sephiroth, actually. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Sacrifice the Confidant? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, let's go Forest into Sentinel. And then we'll make a map token and we attack for 3. Alright, take it. I love Frenzied Baloth. It's such a good card. Crazy pushed card for only 2 green mana. It's insane. Forsaken Miner, huh? Okay. Would you care to attack? Eaten alive to eat the Sentinel. Okay. Oh, and it's a crime, so they can get the Forsaken Miner back, and then sacrifice to Sephiroth, right? Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe it's too soon. Okay. Take some damage. Okay, they play the Umbral Collar Zealot. Interesting. Okay, so this is perfect. So we're gonna go here. Unfortunately, we don't have multiple blue sources, so we can't do this and also hold up mana for the Into the Flood Maw. Okay, but now we can attack for 8. They chose not to block. That means they're very content with what they have. Alright, play Bob. Do they come in for 6? They do. Alright. Do you sacrifice? Sacrifice the Bob. Draw a card. Get a Forsaken Miner back onto the table. There you go. Can't block, thankfully. That's good. Okay. Can you do anything about my board, though? Because you're at 7 and I have 8 power. Okay, goes to 8 health. That's still not enough. Do you have one more thing to do? If you have one more way to kill a creature, then you should be good. But for now, let's get into the Baloth on the table. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, even if they had some way to, like, pay 1 mana, sacrifice a creature, and kill my 5/4, my 3 Baloths was going to win the game. Okay, so we get to go first. That's awesome. We have both of our colors. Zoetic Glyphs, Snakeskin Veil, Frenzied Baloth. I'll keep it. So I'm thinking we're going to open with the Restless Vinestalk, just because I don't have anything else to do on turn 1. Okay, they play an island. I'm going to go Botanical Sanctum and play the Frenzied Baloth. Attack for 3. It's a very nice looking island there. Azure Beastbinder, huh? Okay, that's interesting. So let's go Willowrush Verge, and then play Spyglass Siren. Make an artifact token. Attack for 3. And end turn. What are you gonna do? Attack for 1? Yeah. No, I won't block. That's fine. I want to keep my mana available. Ooh, Karsi Revenant, huh? Okay. Alright, my turn. Alright, let's go here. Let's play Zoetic Glyph. Target that. Say next. Attack for a bunch. He's thinking about blocking with the Karsi Revenant. It's like he chose not to. I guess gaining that little bit of health back is worth keeping his creature. Plays another swamp. Come back wrong. Yeah, that's a perfect card to use Snakeskin Veil on. Okay. You target that, that's fine. So, let's see here. Okay, yeah, so the Frenzied Baloth can't block it anyways, that's fine. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and play the Synthesizer Labship. And then we're going to crew up using that. And then well, we'll target that one because that's the only thing. And we'll attack for 4. Is it time to block? There you go. Throw him in front. Okay, and with that, I will pass the turn. Keep some mana open so I can use Consult the Star Charts at end of turn. Azure Beastbinder, okay. Gonna Revenant that, okay. Okay, targeting that, that's fine. So let's do this now just in case we can find a bounce spell. And no bounce spell, but we do have Frenzied Baloth, so I'll take that. I will not block. Okay, my turn. Let's go ahead and Glyph up. Go next. Do that flying. And then we will attack, like that. Okay. Should have blocked the other one, honestly. Alright. Glyph is gonna happen. Hey, Flood Maw. Yeah, we'll bounce that. And you know what? Let's crew. Why not? It's not gonna block anyways. Alright, Beastbinder's back. And Valley Rodcaller, huh? Whenever this creature attacks, each one loses X life and you gain X life for X is the number of other squirrels, bats, and other things. Alright. See, oh, loses all abilities. That sucks. Yeah, so I guess we just attack with that and that. Those Beastbinders are pretty good. Okay. And the Valley Rodcaller. Okay. Alright. Block like that. Surprised you didn't have an answer for that. Sephiroth. Okay. Sacrifice a binder? No, he does not. Let's see here. Let's see here. This is getting a little bit difficult, just because of the fact that I only have the Spyglass Siren to attack with. That's fine though. I'm actually going to not play the Rover because I want to kick the Consult. Oh, okay, so they don't do anything, so let's Consult. I will take Divert Disaster. No. Oh shoot, I chose the wrong cards. That's fine. It is what it is. Let's see here. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and play Zoetic Glyph, targeting the Rover. Rover's now 5/4. Go next, give this flying. Then we go attack. Oh wait, no, that doesn't have flying anymore, does it? No, it doesn't. So let's see. Oh, that's fine though. So we can still swing in for a bit. Give him the 2. And I'll keep the Divert Disaster mana open. Okay. Not quite. That's fine. What does it do when it comes in? Return up to one other target non-land permanent to his owner's hand. Okay. Alright, so what Glyph triggers? Give me the Flood Maw. Yeah, and bounce that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Target that. Target that. Alright, let's go ahead and play this. Now let's go ahead and animate the Restless Vinestalk and attack. Let's give this, give that a base of 3/3. Just end the game. There you go. GG. Okay, and we are done with our games, and welcome back to the post-game wrap-up. And my takeaway from this deck is, this is solid. Like, not only did this deck survive rotation, but it got a lot of really cool toys from the newest set. As far as MVPs are considered, you really gotta say Frenzied Baloth, Tough Cookie, obviously, Zoetic Glyph, and Synthesizer Labship for animating tokens. The Edge Rover is surprisingly good. For only 1 green mana, having a 2/2 Reacher that leaves something behind when it dies, that's just a really great card. Especially since people aren't always going to have the tools necessary to interact with your animation spells. Because like the way that it kind of works is like, if you have one of these cards that puts an artifact onto the table and that artifact isn't dealt with immediately, the next turn you like curve into Zoetic Glyph or curve into Synthesizer Labship, and you just start animating them and start beating with them. It's a really fun strategy, and the curve is really aggressive because we have a lot of 1-drops, a lot of 2-drops, and only a couple 3-drops. That's where the deck stops, at 3 mana. It's really, really aggressive, and I like it a lot. So, other MVPs, I would probably say consult the star charts. Absolutely amazing draw spell. Being able to search through the top of your library for something you need right now to get this game over with is really, really good spell. I like it a lot, especially because it's instant. Like, recently we had the card Stock Up, which was a good draw spell, but it was sorcery speed, and I don't like sorcery speed effects. So I'm really glad that we have Consult the Star Charts. Really good card. Divert Disaster is a pretty decent counter spell. It could be better, but for 2 mana and leaving behind a lander token, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Let's see. Cards that didn't really pull their weight, I'm really coming up short on that one. The deck is pretty tight. Like a lot of the cards play directly into the game plan of the deck. The only things that really don't play directly into the game plan are the interaction pieces. Into the Flood Maw, Snakeskin Veil. Divert Disaster does play into the game plan, but only if the opponent pays the mana to prevent the spell from being countered. Otherwise, it's a counterspell. So yeah, I'm honestly, based off of the games that I played today and the win rate that I'm seeing with this deck, I'm really tempted to build this in paper. I mean, I already have most of the cards for this deck already, and of the cards that I still need to pick up, most of them aren't that expensive. Like, I need to pick up some Sentinel, the Nameless City. I need 1 more Synthesizer Labship, 2 more Frenzied Baloth, and honestly, like a couple of the lands, and I'm ready to take this to an F&M. This is a pretty fun deck, so I'm just going to leave it right there. I'll leave a deck list in the description box down below so you can try it out yourself, maybe even make it better than I did. And if you did, leave a comment letting me know how well you did with this, because this is a seriously fun deck, and I plan on playing a lot of it going forward. So, until next time, take care of yourselves.